Hey everyone, Jeff here, and welcome to episode 6 in our Elder Scrolls Legends Let's Play series of the Fall of the Dark Brotherhood storyline. We just watched the cutscene in episode 5, revealing some treachery, and we're ready to dive right in. There's only 4 missions here, so this should be a relatively quick episode, but we're going to get right to it. Did improve our 3-color jank deck with Eclipse Baroness, and actually made a couple other deck swaps in between.
Ah, my wayward agent. You might have told me the listener was in Bravo. My torturer is most suspicious of you. You say you can lead me to the listener? Good. I will come and ensure you finish the job.
Isn't he the betrayer? Sanctuary Raid. Destroy an enemy creature. Give all friendly creatures in its lane +1/+1. Alright, I mean, so an opponent used this against us to kill a creature in a lane, I think, without any other creatures or something. So for 7, it did the same job as Piercing Javelin, for instance, and Piercing Javelin also has Prophecy. Now, you do get this cool buff. It seems like it's probably a neat removal spell to use in something like an arena mode or something, where I played against opponents that were just vomiting out creatures, so taking out one of their biggest threats, and then you also play a lot of cheap creatures, so that seems like it could be alright. Overall, in a vacuum, card doesn't seem entirely playable, but hey, we got 3 more cards to add to our collections. That's cool.
At last, the Night Mother's crypt. Men, burn it to the ground! And you, my agent, kill the listener!
What? But I thought...
You thought you had a loyal assassin. The most skilled you'd ever seen. No, my dear. Your trusted lieutenant has been my agent from the beginning. Now, my friend, fulfill your contract. Kill the listener!
I mean, we have to fight for the Brotherhood, because I'm all for the Brotherhood of Assassins. I mean, this is just sort of a, role-playing decision here. We don't want to kill poor Alisane. Come on now. We get to fight the Torturer again. Last time we fought him, his deck was definitely designed to, match the, Uther's forces have you outnumbered, but Alisane is at your side. Sure. What does she do? Oh my god. Alright, yeah, so... Well, one of these cards is going to be really good here, I'll tell you that. It's the one that says draw a card. Oh, man. Let's see. She is a support. You have +1 max magicka for each enemy killed by your creatures on your turn during this game. What? Alright. We're going to get rid of Rapid Shot. As good as I think Rapid Shot is, we want to have this now, and then we want to have that as soon as possible, because this is hopefully just going to eat up a bunch of these little dorks, so. 2, 3, 4. That's right.
It will be done.
That's right. Will be done indeed. The good news is our opponent can't attack with any of them here, so we're going to put this... So there's 2 ways we could do this. We could either put this here and offer the double trade, or we can put this here and then try to get the mana boost, which is the greedy play, right? The kind of smart play or the greedy play. I've been in the habit of taking the greedy play. Could there have been a better draw? I don't think so. Sure. Yeah, we're going to take 4 here. That's fine. But we're going to have possibly the greatest Pyromancer of all time next turn. Yeah. I mean, should we consider playing a Brotherhood Slayer instead? I don't think so. Oh, Max Magica. I can't use it this turn. Oh, but that was just, oh my god, I ramped 3 times because of this one card. Yeah, I'll take 2 next turn. I think I'm okay with that happening. Sure. I don't even care about that now. That's fine. Mm-hmm. Ancestors Battle Axe. Nice pickup in Ayala's Companions. We're just going to probably go Hive Defender over here. Attack for 1. This is going to take out our creature, but it'll trade, and we're fine with that. I'm fine with that. I hope everyone watching is fine with that. But we do want to try to prevent some of the damage, and most likely, maybe we do want to play Brotherhood Slayer out. Because then our opponent can't put anything over here anymore. I'm fine with that. Because if our opponent puts anything over here, we get to attack, we get the contract. Alright, another one of those is annoying. Yeah, alright, well. That's fine. Maybe we play... See, playing the Black Dragon over here kind of sucks now because they, already played 2 of these. So even if we get 1, I guess even just removing 1 other one from the deck is fine. It's not like I have a problem with it. Let's attack a bit. See what happens. Nothing happened. I think we play this and probably nothing else. Like, let's save Brotherhood Slayer. Move a creature. Destroy a wounded creature. All of these things I'm fine with. Okay. Probably the best draw we could have had here. Oh my god. So here's the thing. We could Unstoppable Rage on this. Get 2 Max Magica, 2 contracts. Or we could play Anasi and get lethal. That's so boring. Now I'm attacking first before making that move, because if I attack first and our opponent gets a prophecy creature that they put over here, then this will kill it. They did not. Yeah, probably just going to put another Brotherhood Slayer over here with these contracts, right? At least get something in this lane. So, let's recap real fast for everyone watching. Right, Value Town, I talk about it all the time. We got a 3-for-1 with Skaven Pyromancer. We just got a 3-for-1 with Unstoppable Rage on Brotherhood Slayer. This is what you call doing it. And now we have just a stacked hand. Okay, well, that was good. But, I mean, you know, probably not good enough. Do we just go Battle Axe? For reach? And then, I mean, Anasi is a dead card. We could play Child of Her Scene. That's kind of not doing anything here. It's probably the smart play to develop more creatures.
It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal.
Yeah, this kind of guarantees that we have lethal next turn no matter what. All this is fine. That card without Shackle effects is really bad. Like, just paying 4 for a 3/4 is bad, right? And you need to have Shackle synergy in order for this to work. Now, I get that you could play this out and then play that spell that shackles everything. And right now, it would kill 2 Brotherhood Slayers, and it would make this card... I mean, worse, I guess. I mean, we could get cute here a little bit. We could do this. We could do this. We could do this. And we could do that. I guess Unstoppable Rage on Child of Hersine is also a combo, because if you rage a lane that has 4 creatures, it can attack 5 times in a turn, and most likely OTK. And then if something comes down that's like a guard, you can just attack it, get the extra attack, and just kind of chain it off. Like, at that point, I don't know if there's anything that your opponent can do to stop you. Underworld Vigilante, charge, summon all creatures in this lane, lose cover. So this has reach. It can either close out a game, or if your opponent is hiding creatures in cover and you have like a couple other creatures in that lane, you can just blow the cover and charge into it. I mean, this seems like, red deck wins type of card right here, but I could easily see this being playable for the reach alone, like kind of as a closer, because I think that mono red in this game doesn't really have that. So just, running this out probably is fine. I could see playing that card.
Father, for long years I have awaited this.
Oh, wow.
As have I knew while you lived I would never be safe. Come, let us end this once and for all.
Uther has a magic advantage. Use Alisane to catch up. Well, we're playing the same deck, because I honestly think, like, in some of the other missions, I was mixing up the deck I was playing a bit, but in these missions, it just seems like anything else that I play is not going to be as good as this 3-color deck, because my card collection isn't big enough that I really have great options in just 2 colors. Although I probably can make an argument for a yellow-green control with things like Javelin, Manticora, Brotherhood Slayer, Eclipse Baroness. Yeah, probably can make an argument for that. Maybe I'll try to put that together after this. One, two, three. Sure, and we know how good this could be. Is this the same? Sure. Yeah, that's actually fine. Also, actually fine. We have an answer for this. We're probably going to take 1 for a few turns. That's annoying. Alright. Well, we could just do this. I mean, we'd only get 1, and that would put us up to 3. This would just be a 2-2. Oh man, how greedy do I want to be? Let's just play this out and see what our opponent does. I'd love to get more value out of this. Okay. Sure. Whoa. Wow. Alright. Well, there's that. But we can't do it this turn. This is our only play, so we're going to take it, although it is not a good play. Yeah. Although, honestly, I would take another one of those. Well, we didn't get it. Really behind here. Although I suppose Anasi is the best play. It's going to take guard and lethal, right? And so this could trade in. We would still take 1,000,000, but then we could piercing javelin, try to stabilize. I'm not in love with this board position. Let's be totally honest here. Yeah, that was expected. Yep, okay. Yep. Alright. I'm saying alright like it's actually alright. It's not alright. We need to... We need to kill that. Looks like we're going to have to replay this match. We need to kill this. Definitely. If we had another execute, that would be pretty sweet. We could play this out. I mean, you know, it wouldn't be great, but we would get... Maybe prevent even just a few damage could be worth it. And then Hive Defender next turn in conjunction with More Cool Gatekeeper could do something. I'm not in love with this line. The problem is I don't think we have a better option. Yeah, okay. Sure. Yep. So this is interesting, right? We could technically use Unstoppable Rage on this card. And then attack into that. And we would go to 1. And we'd probably lose, but I don't actually see another way that we could... Alright, we have 7. We have 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not going to work. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we would gain 3 life. So maybe this is the smarter play, right? We Rift Thane. We More Cool Gatekeeper here. We Rift Thane here. We Shackle something here. So Rift Thane here to gain the guard and a life. That's huge. And then we More Cool Gatekeeper. Give that... Okay. So now the only thing that can kill that is this. But we can Sanctuary Pet that. So that these two would have to do the trading. Alright. I'm not attacking here because I think keeping this alive might be the trick to actually winning this match. Alright, taking the trades. This is fine. I don't think that honestly could have gone better for us. So now we need to... We have a green card in play. We would gain 3. The problem is this 5-drop, right? I'm considering options. Eclipse Baroness is just a great play, but it doesn't actually help us win. Like, we just lose if we play this, I think. We probably need to play Hive Defender somewhere. We probably need to take some trades and just try to stabilize with 6. Is there a way that we can not... Is there a way that we can get away with not killing Bruma Profiteer? I don't think so. I did this totally wrong. I should have waited until... I should have waited to attack with the... Alright, well, we gained 2 more life. Like, maybe this does help us stabilize, because even if our opponent has removal for this, we still live with 1.
Goodbye, daughter.
Prophecy kill. Oh my god, he killed his own daughter? Can we talk about how savage that is? I mean, that said, we actually now are in a position where we can gain 2 life every time we play a creature, so I think we're fine. Like, we're at 6, and now we're going to go to 9. And next turn, if either one of these survive, we'll go to 10 and possibly 11. And then Unstoppable Rage anywhere is just good. Oh, well, that's good if he just starts chaining those together. Alright, I mean, all this is fine. I don't love that, but it is fine. It's especially fine since we can execute it. But let's draw first, shall we? Gain 2 life. Rapid shot. That's great. So what we could do is we could actually rapid shot this, trade here, execute that, clear the entire board. Alright. I mean, we lose the guard over here, but we actually just have power anyway, so I don't honestly think it matters. And again, next turn when we play Serpentine Stalker, we'll gain 2 more life. And I'm not sure that... Alright, that's pretty good for... Okay. Yeah, let's just play this out, gain 2 life. Play this out, gain 2 life. Next turn, we can Unstoppable Rage on Child of Hersine and possibly just, again, kind of OTK. Yeah. And at 13, I don't think there's any risk of us dying at this point. Oh, no. Yeah. Alright. Well, that was an awful attack order by our opponent. But, okay, well, we have another opportunity at that. Six, 10, 15, 21. We're 5 off lethal. Sure. Yep. Another silence effect? No. Okay. Well, let's go for it. I mean, that honestly was totally awesome. And I think we honestly need to give the win to Bruma Profiteer for being a real MVP, keeping us in this game when we were all the way down to, what was it, like 5 or 6 life or something. Well, we dropped below 5 because our opponent broke our last rune. And, what a match. You killed your own daughter, you bastard. The Listener. Defeat Uther at the Night Mother's Crypt. Let's see what our rewards are for doing that. Oh, we get the Night Mother. It's a support, it's a unique. I guess I'm not surprised because there can really only be one Night Mother, right? Unlimited uses. So we have summon a 0/1 target with guard for your opponent. When 20 enemy creatures have died, deal 20 damage to your opponent, gain 20 health, and draw up to 10 cards. I mean, stupid, right? So this combos really well with that slay mechanic that we got a lot of cards. We got a lot of cards in this storyline that have that slay mechanic. So where I said, hey, maybe we put a deck together where we try to slay shit and see if there's some synergy there between this, that other support that you get your slay bonus twice, and maybe all the creatures I have. It's reasonable that we can put a slay deck together. I typically speaking don't like what what's the word I'm looking for with decks like that? Kind of gimmick decks. I'm not really crazy about gimmick decks, but it seems like this game kind of encourages that style of play by creating cards that do synergize that way. So if I have the opportunity to test something out like that, I might do it just for the sake of trying it and experimenting and seeing how it goes. And Shadow Mirror. 1/1, charge, last gasp, shuffle Shadow Mirror into your deck, give it +3/+3, and increase its cost by 3. So it's 1 for a 1/1 with charge, 4 for a 4/4 with charge, 7 for a 7/7 with charge. Sure. And who doesn't love Shadow Mirror, right?
Had succeeded in killing his daughter, but the agent had ensured that he paid for his vile crimes with his life. Thanks to the agent, Garnov was able to escape with the Night Mother, ensuring that the Brotherhood would live on. Nog is not sure if this is a tale of victory or defeat. As I said, my friend, some tales have no heroes. Only people in the darkness, searching for a glimmer of light.
All right, and that concludes our Let's Play series of The Fall of the Dark Brotherhood. I guess it's appropriate for me to share my thoughts here. All right. So $20 buys you, what is this? 8, 16, 22, 29, 36, 40. Okay, so $20 buys you 40 missions. So, it's $2 a mission. But each mission, you also unlock special rewards, right? You get titles, which is, again, for those players that enjoy swapping the title, that's probably a really cool thing. But if we go to the card collection here, is there a way to filter Dark Brotherhood? You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. You get 33 complete play sets of cards plus 2, 3, 4, and I guess a legendary in each color. 5, 6, plus 6 unique legendaries that are only available in that storyline. Now, some of them I think probably have the potential to be really good. Like, a lot of these cards are playable cards, right? So, in terms of like the rewards that you get for your $20, I think that it's good. Like, this seems really playable, that seems really playable, this. Like, Skeever Infestation doesn't seem super playable, but everything else here does, right? Daggers in the Dark seems like trash. Blood Sorcerer seems like trash. Palace Conspirator Loots, which I don't hate. This seems like trash. This seems like trash. Actually, the blue cards do look kind of weak. In a token deck, this is probably great. In a token deck, this is probably great. This is trash. I think this is probably great. I say this is trash with authority, not actually knowing if it's trash. I think it's probably a gimmick card where some people play it and they get real value out of it, and they're like, oh my god, look at that cool play I just made. But actually, you kind of just got lucky playing it at the right time. For 5, this just doesn't seem viable. This seems really good. This seems like, worse than Piercing Javelin. And so in a vacuum, what would you play? Again, it's kind of gimmicky. This actually doesn't seem super playable unless you have a deck that has that move synergy so well that you get value out of this card. I can't imagine that it's that great, honestly. In the Slay Pilfer deck, this seems like a bomb. Astrid was just great. Brotherhood Slayer seems incredibly good. Sanctuary Pet seems incredibly good. Eclipse Baroness seems incredibly good. Of all the colors so far, I think green is the standout color for just having the best cards, because yeah, red has playable cards, but there's nothing here that I'm like, wow. I mean, Unstoppable Rage probably is the best card here by far, just in a vacuum in terms of power level. Like, it is what I would consider to be a win condition in a deck, and win conditions in decks are, not a bad thing to have. Blue overall, all these cards seem kind of medium to bad. Yellow, I think the Black Dragon is fine. I think that Knight of the Hour is fine. I think that Marked Man is fine. There's nothing here that stands out. But, my god, green. Astrid is great. Brotherhood Slayer is great. Sanctuary Pet is great. And I think Eclipse Baroness is insane. Even for 8, I think this card is just good. If you can trip into another Eclipse Baroness, you get 6 for a 5/5 that draws you a card and reduces it by 2. Just nutty good. Green, I think, is the real winner here. And then purple. Dark Guardian seems good. This seems alright. This seems, again, with the Slay synergy, I'll be interested to see. Little Girl seems eh. Cicero, it has draw 2 cards. It actually says that. If we read it very carefully, it says Slay, draw 2 cards. Wrath of Sithis I tested in a mid-range sorcerer build, which was incomplete and kind of sucked. This seems like way too expensive for what it does. So I'm going through really, really fast, shotgunning my impressions of all these cards. I probably could do a much more complete analysis once I've played them a little bit and I've actually had a chance to experience them. Shadowmere, although cool, is kind of weak, right? Who wants to just be playing a 1/1 with charge on turn 1? That's probably not what you use this for. Night Mother, you can only play in a deck that runs that gimmick, I think. I didn't have a chance to play Flesh Sculpture. That being said, I'm not crazy about the random effects, because, like, if you just have really good cards in your deck, like, I try to build decks with really good cards, and I do try to build decks that play janky stuff, don't get me wrong, but generally speaking, if you just have a deck with really good cards in it, why would you want to transform a bunch of really good playable cards into other random cards which may be really bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, you might just transform this into a vanilla creature, and then, or you might transform cards into your hand into vanilla creatures, and then what good are you doing? You're not. You're kind of just losing value. So if you play a deck with really good playable cards, this card almost never gets you value. Silencing a creature has proven to be an excellent effect in this game. I'm not sure that it's worth 4. I get that it cycles itself, don't get me wrong, but it just, again, it seems really hard when there's so many other really great things in the 4-drop spot. Like, just, like, again, I'm mostly familiar with blue and yellow, having played this Control Mage probably the most out of the jank deck that I built. And in the 4-drop spot, you have Lightning Bolt and you have Hive Defender. Why would you play this 4-drop in that same spot over either one of those 2 cards, right? So it probably just fights for spots in decks that are already tight to begin with. I spent way more time on this card than I really should have. This is interesting, probably a really great arena card. So, overall, I think that the card value itself is probably worth it, because the only way you can get these is through playing through the Fall of the Dark Brotherhood missions. You also get replayability, because you can play on, what is it, hard? Is it just hard mode, I think is what it's called, or master difficulty? I'm not sure what you get. Like, the game doesn't tell you what you get for completing it on master. We got all of the cards, so you don't get more card rewards. You probably get either, gold or gem rewards, I would assume. Probably get maybe like 25 gold or something for doing each match, and if that's the case, then it may be worth it if you're still trying to build up your gold collection and whatnot. If you already have full collections and everything, then the master difficulty might just be so that you could simply play through again on a harder difficulty and see how the AI performs. The storyline, again, kind of straightforward. A little bit of betrayal, a little bit of conspiracy, a little bit of, misdirection. It's the Fall of the Dark Brotherhood. It is the Assassins. So I wasn't necessarily surprised to see that. Probably should chop together the story again and just watch it so that I really understand all the moving pieces. The fact that dude killed his own daughter in the last battle was a little bit shocking. I'm not going to lie. He did not give a fuck. All he cared about was himself. Yeah, I mean, those are my thoughts. Is it worth the $20? Yeah, I think so. And again, probably just for the cards alone, it's worth the $20 because I don't think you pay $20 to get the value out of this expansion. I think you pay the $20 to get the cards that you can then get actual playable value in ranked play in this game, because that is what this game really is all about, right? Like, these story missions are cool and all, and it's nice that we have a lot of them. I'll be doing Return to Clockwork City next, and then probably taking a look at the puzzle missions that were just included with the Morrowind expansion. But I don't think you necessarily play these missions for the story alone, or the value in that. You play them so that you can get the cards, so that when you go to ranked play, you have more competitive decks and you can level up and you can get rewards, and you can be more competitive in community events and everything. And I think that's really where the value is in purchasing the expansion. So overall, would I recommend it? The answer is a yes. On a scale of a 1 to 10, I think I would give it an 8. And the reason I wouldn't give it a 9 is because I think that there are some cards, particularly in the blue and yellow colors, that are just really weak, especially compared to again, that Unstoppable Rage card, Eclipse Baroness, Brotherhood Slayer, Brotherhood, the one that gives you the contracts for killing shit. I think that there are some really good cards, but they're balanced out by some really bad cards, and I think that just, again, the blue cards and the yellow cards are super weak. So had those cards been stronger and probably more playable, like, I might be wrong, maybe they're all really playable and I just don't know. But I have a feeling that some of them in those colors are just strictly unplayable, and I think that weakens the overall score. So if blue and yellow had stronger cards overall, I'd probably give that expansion a 9 out of 10. As it stands, an 8 is excellent, and I really enjoyed playing it through and recording my experience for everyone to watch. So if you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed watching me in that Let's Play series of the Dark Brotherhood missions, and I really appreciate you watching the video, and thank you very much for your time. I will see you in the next video.